Hey guys, I'm 13 here, and the topic is first vehicle, car or bike, pros, cons. I think I've done this video before, but it would have been a long time ago. It's a good topic, and it's a highly debatable one, because some people are just going to think, oh, that's obvious, you should learn how to drive a car before you get a bike. But I think a lot of people are going to think that because that's how most people did it. Most Westerners did it anyways. But the thing is, here in Asia, it's the exact opposite. In Asia, where I live, you actually have to you have to get your motorcycle license for a year before you can even apply for a car license. So it's the opposite. So any Asian, you ask any American or Canadian, chances are they'll say, yeah, get a car first, get used to the streets, get used to the street signs and stuff, and then get a bike. And then you ask any Asian, and they'll be like, yeah, you should get a bike first, so that way you can, it's smaller, more maneuverable, you're less likely to kill someone than with driving a car, and it's cheaper and more forward. There's a lot of pros and cons both ways. What do I feel would be the best thing to do? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I can see pros and cons both ways. Cars, like, let's do it one by one. If you got a car first, the pros would be you're a lot safer, right? So you're sitting in a car, you can kind of get used to the feel of being on the road without endangering yourself so much. And if you're new to the streets, there's a chance that you could be fiddling with the vehicle or something, or accidentally go through a red light or something because you only got a couple of weeks experience, like you're fiddling with something and you're not paying attention. But if the point being is if you're new to riding, or if you're new to the streets, I should say, it's your first vehicle and you're new to the streets, and you're in a car, you make a mistake, you're not going to die. But if you're on a motorcycle and it's your first time riding on the streets, and you're not used to traffic lights or way intersection works, and you go into an intersection and you're not sure which way to go, you're getting lost because you don't have any street experience, you have less room for error with a motorcycle. So you have safety with a car. Obviously, as a first vehicle, you're going to be using it a lot, and with a car, it's a lot more practical. But then again, like, when I first started riding, I didn't give a shit about practical. Like, I loved my motorcycle. I rode it I had a car and a motorcycle, and even if it was like pouring rain, I would still get on the motorcycle as opposed to get in my car. The only time I drove my car was when I was like picking up people. Like if I had more than one passenger, or if I was on a date and it was raining. Like if it was raining and I was just going somewhere by myself, shit, I'd get on the bike, I didn't care. But if it was raining and I had to go pick up a girl, then I'd get in the car. So I would say I'm gonna go out on a limb here and make a decision. I would say get a car first, because it gives you something to look forward to. Because if you start off with a bike, then yeah, it's all cool, like it's your first vehicle. So no matter what your first vehicle is, you're gonna love it. But by getting a bike as your first vehicle, then at some point in the future you're gonna buy a car, and when you do get a car, it's not gonna be exciting because it's gonna be a down step from your bike, right? There's nothing exciting about a car when you've already been riding a motorcycle for a while. So, but if you get a car as a first vehicle, you're gonna love it. It's your first vehicle. Everyone loves the first car ever, and you're gonna have a lot of fun in that car, and you're gonna love it. And then, after a couple of years, when the car starts getting boring for you, then go out and get a bike, and then you'll fall in love with the roads all over again. So for enjoyment factor, I would say get a car first, and then later on get a motorcycle. That's my opinion. But like I said, a lot of, you got whole countries that do it opposite to that. Parking spot, diagonal across two. But I'm gonna park, I parked out, he can't open his door with me parked like this, so.